and welcome to this quick upper body, neck, chest, shoulder release where you're going to feel a lot better in just a few minutes. Please feel free to sit however is comfortable. If this isn't good on your knees, you can bring your legs out or you can sit cross-legged. But let's begin. We're going to start with the head and we're going to breathe out, turning to look over one shoulder, breathing into center, and then exhaling to the other side, bringing it back to center. And this time we're going to drop the ears down towards the shoulder, feeling that stretch through the side of the neck, bringing it back up. And then exhaling to the other side, bringing it back. We're going to shoulder roll, just one shoulder here. So we're going to lift one shoulder up, back, and down. We're trying to keep the movement just to the shoulder here, so the whole body's not going with it, but trying to isolate it as much as we can, creating the smoothest circle. And then increasing the range, we're going to bring the hand up to the shoulder, and we're going to paint some big circles with the elbow. Again, trying to keep the rest of the body nice and still. And then full range, reaching fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then reaching it back. Kind of going more to the side rather than fully back, because again, we're trying not to move through the body here. And then we'll do the same to the other side, so starting with a little shoulder roll. And really trying to breathe deeply into it, letting that shoulder melt. And bringing the hand up to that shoulder, and we're going for the elbow circles. You might start feeling a few cracks and clicks if you haven't already. And then going full range again, you're reaching the fingertip up towards the ceiling, reaching back. Breathing deeply as you go in through your nose and out through your mouth. Lovely. We can take the hands up towards the ears, just letting the arms be nice and loose here, so we're not really squeezing, but we're trying to relax through the shoulders. We're going to tuck the chin down towards the chest, and we're going to start to gently roll. So turn to the side slightly so you can see what I'm doing. So we're just rolling ever so slightly through the upper back, and then we're going to start to lift the gaze up. We're going to bring it back this time, so we're going to arch the back slightly, lifting the gaze. Really thinking about squeezing your shoulder blades together. Bringing it back to the centre. And then this time, one elbow's going to go up towards the ceiling, the other one's going to go down, so we're going to do a little side twist. And then bringing it back up, and then going the other way, bringing one elbow up, one elbow down. Bringing it back to the centre. And then we're going to go for a little twist here, so we're going to turn the upper body over to one side, thinking about keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. And then the same to the other side. Bringing it back to the centre. Lovely. Bringing your arms back down. Then we're going to come down to lying on the floor. So we're going to have our feet flat on the floor, knees are bent, and our upper body is just relaxed down into the mat. We're going to reach fingertips up towards the ceiling, and as we breathe out, we're going to reach them overhead, so we're reaching towards the top of the mat. So let them melt down onto the floor. And then we're going to circle those arms out in a big circle, reaching back to the centre of your body, then back up towards the ceiling. And we're going to go again. So reaching overhead, letting the arms come down to the top of the mat, and then circling those arms out, reaching up. And once more, reaching back overhead, circling the arms out, and reaching up towards the ceiling. This time we're going to keep the hands up towards the ceiling. We're going to think about driving one hand higher. So we're going to start to reach that hand up. So we're pulling that shoulder blade away from the mat. So adding in a little bit of a rotation here. And then we're bringing it back down. Same to the other side. So we're going to peel the opposite shoulder away from the mat, reaching fingertips a bit higher towards the ceiling, bringing it back down. And we're just going to work from side to side here, really trying to isolate through that shoulder blade. So we're really getting a nice bit of movement, bringing it down. Lovely. And then we're going to open the arms out, letting the backs of the hands come down towards the floor. And we're just going to take a few big deep breaths here, really thinking about letting the shoulders melt into the mat, feeling your chest open, and imagining you can send your breath directly into those tight areas, and just noticing any areas that feel a little bit stiff or a little bit tight, and trying to let them go so we're not clutching through any of the tight muscles. And then breathing in, bringing the arms back up to the centre, and then letting them come back down onto your sides. Now from here, we're going to roll over onto our side. So we're going to bring our knees up in line with our hips. We're going to have our arms out directly in front, letting your head come down onto the floor. We're going to start by lifting this top, bringing this top arm away from the body. Hello, Glenn. So we're going to reach the hand away from the body, so you're turning the upper body down into the mat. So adding a little bit of rotation here. And then we're going to pull that arm back like we're drawing a massive bow and arrow. So we're keeping the hand in contact with the arm, reaching it across the chest. And then we're letting this elbow come down towards the floor. And then we're opening the arm out. Now, please only go as far as comfortable. If it's not comfortable to bring your arm all the way to the floor, just let it stop where you don't feel any pain. And then we're going to sweep that arm back. And then we're going to go again. So reaching fingertips away, turning the upper body into the mat. And then we're going to draw that big bow and arrow, reaching the arm back, reaching the elbow down towards the floor, opening that arm out. And we're just going to take 2 big deep breaths here in the open position, feeling that shoulder melt down. And then breathing in to bring it back. Lovely. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So feel free just to roll over if you want to, or if you want to spin round, if you want to still be facing the camera. We'll do the same again. So bringing the knees up in line with the hips, arms reaching out in front, head resting on the floor. And again, we're going to reach the fingertips away from the body, turning the chest in towards the floor. And then we're drawing that arm back like a big bow and arrow across the chest, letting the elbow come down towards the floor, opening that arm out. And then just sweeping that arm back. Now you might find one side is a little bit tighter than the other. It's very normal. Drawing that arm back. Quite often aren't symmetrical on both sides. Letting the elbow come down, opening that arm out. And again, we're going to stay in this open position for a few breaths, just letting the shoulder melt down. And then sweeping that arm back. Lovely. And then we're just going to push yourselves up into seated. And again, you can sit kneeling, cross-legged, or with legs out in front, whatever is most comfortable for you. Let's turn to the side slightly. Let's start by clasping our hands. We're going to tuck the chin down towards the chest, pulling the arms away from the body so you feel this stretch right between your shoulder blades. And then we're going to open the arms out, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the gaze up. Bringing it back to the front, clasping the hands, tucking the chin, pulling the arms away from the body. And then once more, opening out, squeezing the shoulder blades back, lifting the gaze, bringing the arms down by your sides. Lovely. Then we're just going to have the palms facing forward. We're just going to go for those little head tilts again. So bringing the ear down towards the shoulder. And just going from side to side. We don't need to go for a really deep stretch here. It's just a little bit of movement to make the neck feel safe and relaxed. Bringing it back up to the center. And then just finishing with any moves that feel good. A couple of shoulder rolls, a couple of neck turns, anything that you feel like your body finally needs. And hopefully you feel a little bit looser and a little bit less stressed. Thank you so much.